One of my hells is waste. I despise throwing away useful materials such as what can be salvaged from beverage cans. Aluminum is a versatile and lightweight material which can do a lot for the crafter on a budget. Here I'll demonstrate how I extract useful shapes and materials such as dishes, rings, and sheets with which I will make and enhance my projects. The walls of the can be separated from the top and bottom, then laid flat as sheet metal. By various techniques, any number of shapes can then be imparted or cut out. I prefer to use a utility knife to score the surface and shear the sections apart. To perform the cut, I hold the knife firmly in place on the tabletop and spin the can against the sharp edge from above. I use very little downward pressure to keep the can flat on the surface without collapsing or creasing it. Using the same utility knife, I know that a 1/4 inch piece of scrap material raises the blade up just high enough to leave me with a bottom that can be inverted and laid flat to use as a parts tray. Stacking two more for 3/4 inch leaves me with a generous amount of material on the severed top without losing a significant amount on the sheet. Once I've established deep score marks, the can will peel apart easily and cleanly. The edges may be sharp though, so I have to be careful not to cut myself. Once the parts are separated, a bit of sandpaper will knock those edges back. Because the aluminum is so thin and shears so easily, a hobby knife, scissors, or anything reliably sharp can be used to varying effects. The hobby knife makes short work, but does not leave clean edges as the round body won't allow me to use the same trick of laying it on its side and bringing the can to it. Ordinary scissors are effective at cutting the material as well, but can be difficult to work and sometimes tear the metal where you wouldn't want it. Pull tabs can be extracted by simply drilling out the riveted over piece of metal that holds them on. A 1/4 inch drill bit does the trick with very little effort. I like these hex shank bits for hand drilling like this, as it's just not worth breaking out the power tools. To get a ring out of the top, I put my utility knife right up under the rolled flange and rotate the piece against the blade like before. Once a groove has been established, I make a vertical cut and peel the excess away. Placing the disc top down on the tabletop, I find the first crease with the tip of my knife. Carefully rotating the disc under the blade, I again score a groove all the way around before flipping it over and cutting the waste portion into easier to remove sections. Then with just a bit of back and forth, I snap those out, leaving a clean ring. Cutting them out as I did with my utility knife, I already have a handy shape from the can's bottom, but if I wanted the dome by itself, I place the piece on the table and find the lowest part of the base with the tip of my knife. Like on the tops, I carefully rotate the bottom under the blade before cutting the waste into several sections so it will snap off cleanly without distorting the dish. Now enjoy some examples of objects I've made with these elements. Thanks for watching.